everybody. Welcome back to Brat in the Back Row, a very special episode of Brats in the Back Row. My name is Maylina.
And I'm Emily.
And today we are discussing the Oscars ceremony because the Oscars just finished and we are so back, but we are also so incredibly over.
I think
but
that's
mostly I think
I
think we're mostly back.
That is literally how we started last year's as well. It's so over. It's so back. It's so over.
Every year it's simultaneously so back but so over.
Disclaimer to everyone, did miss the first hour-ish of the ceremony because I am employed and I was at work.
Yes. I watched the entire thing. I too am employed. I simply have weekends off.
Oh.
I know.
Every day.
Apologies to any of my soldiers who have to work through the weekends. I salute you.
Thank you.
I am glad that I am no longer you. I hate it.
It's so bad. It's so bad. I work Sunday. I work Friday. My schedule is 9 to 5, Wednesday through Sunday.
Yes.
And I wish I was dead. But I'm also getting money, so I wish I'm happy.
So now you can buy all of the fun things that you want to buy.
I'll soon get paid, actually. It's the first yes was yesterday.
Oh, hell yes. Hell yes.
Money is about to come in.
Money's about to come in, and it's going to be spent so unwisely.
So poorly, actually.
So poorly, and that's what this is about. Okay, how do we want to do this? Do we want to jump right in?
Yeah, I mean, we'll go down the list. I mean, we'll start. Hold on. We're so unprepared, by the way. We literally were just like, and now.
And I have my list up if you.
Okay, cool. Well, do we want to talk about the red carpet just briefly? Because I want.
What did you have to say about it? Because, I didn't really care.
Oh, the only thing I have to say is I saw Linda Rossellini wearing blue velvet, yes. And it made me... Yes. I was at work, I was looking at my phone, and then I saw that, and I stopped dead in my tracks. I was so sad. I was like, oh my god. And then Laura Dern is her date for the night. I was like, oh god, Peepaw!
When I saw that picture of Isabella Rossellini, I didn't immediately recognize the ode to what's his name?
David Lynch. Dude.
That's his name, right?
Fake cinephile.
I need everyone to know I'm not much of a Lynch head. I liked Twin Peaks fine. I couldn't finish Blue Velvet. I'm really, in my flop era right now in terms of, being a David Lynch fan. It's fine. I'll get there eventually.
Disrespect.
I think I need to be 40.
You need to be what?
I think I need to be, 40.
Okay.
But I didn't get it. And then I read Twitter. Twitter was this is what it's about. And I'm like, okay.
I'm a Lynch head. I was so sad when he died. I was at therapy. I ended therapy and then saw that and I almost was like, I need to go back.
Yes. Yes.
But that made me I was just stabbing sensation. That was all I had to say. And then we can just also go through the ceremony as well, just in order.
We can go through. I don't remember the order of the ceremony.
Okay, well, honestly, I'm just going to say what's on my mind.
Okay. Well, we can actually Google this.
Oh, we have technology. Well, while you're Googling it, I'll talk about the one smart choice the Oscars Academy made this year, which is having Conan O'Brien be the host. I'm literally watching as we speak the Oscars opening monologue. I'll watch it afterwards, but I'm assuming he's funny from what I saw, and I know he's funny because it's goddamn Conan O'Brien. I tweeted this out, but I'll say it here for the people out there. When I was 11, 12 years old, we had to do Dune. You look so disheveled, right? So angered.
Keep talking.
Okay,
Google's just not giving me the answers that I want.
we had to do a like, what do you want to be when you grow up worksheet and everything. And my answer when I grew up is I wanted to be a writer on Conan. I wanted to be a writer on Conan. What did you say?
You wanted to be Conan O'Brien.
Oh, well, that too. No, but there's no one that can replace him. I knew I wasn't good enough. But
I think you could be a good Conan O'Brien protege.
I think I have a lot of qualities like him.
Yes.
But I love Conan, and I was 11 years old, and then I was like, I want to be a writer on Conan. And then my teacher at the time was like, what, to everyone, and she went to my paper, and she was like, you should pick a job that'll actually get you money. And I was like, oh.
I think you've told this story before. Actually.
I've told it to you. I know I've told it to you guys, but for the people out there, I've been a Conan head forever.
Yes.
I grew up
found
watching it.
I found the series of events. We love you, Conan O'Brien.
I love you, Conan. This is the smartest decision the Academy has made in years. I hope it continues.
He's a good comedian, but he also likes movies.
He likes movies. He enjoys cinema, and I didn't realize that was something we needed.
Yeah. This is what we did. But I love you, Conan O'Brien. Thank you for being you. Anyways, I found a list from the New York Times. Thank you, New York Times. Surprisingly, it's not paywalled, so I can actually look at it.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, we can go through the list of events throughout the Oscars and then chat about it.
Okay.
We're going to start at the beginning, which is the parts that you missed because you were at work.
Sorry.
No shade to you.
Sorry for being employed.
Okay. I know. Employment really kills a cinephile.
I used to watch a movie every day, and I haven't watched a movie in like a week, and I'm like,
No. Have you actually not?
I mean, I started a movie. I was watching while getting ready. I'm watching 4 Weddings and a Funeral. Hello, Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant's so good in that movie. That movie is insane and psychotic. Actually,
it's so psychotic. I don't want us to get married, any of us to get married, but also I want to go to a wedding so badly.
Absolutely. Like, I'm not happy that any of my cousins are getting married at the ripe old age of, like, mid-20s.
Yeah.
This is psychotic. But I love that I get to go to a wedding.
Exactly.
I dressed for the wedding that was supposed to be my birthday dress, but it came
now.
At all. But it came now, and now it's free. Anyways. It just came, and I'm like, okay, so now we're going to repurpose this for the wedding that's in August.
Now
so now I don't have to dress.
Exactly. Well, good.
Anyways, Oscars. It starts the tribute to Los Angeles. It's a montage.
God bless LA.
LA.
Your mic is cutting out, by the way.
Is my mic cutting out?
Sometimes.
Well, you're also cutting out too, so whose problem is this?
Well, no one's stasis equality.
This will make for a very interesting episode. Tribute, lovely. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo sing. They sing. Ariana Grande.
well, yes.
Yes. Ariana Grande sings "Somewhere Over the Rainbow." Cynthia Erivo sings the song "Home" from The Wiz. And then they sing a shorter rendition of "Defying Gravity." Significant.
just the part, and then cut out.
Yeah. He does it over and over again.
Oh, just on a loop.
Exactly. Conan O'Brien comes on. He opens the show with a substance gag. You know, the film The Substance, the part where Margaret Qualley comes out of Demi Moore's back when she is being birthed. That's Conan O'Brien. He's being birthed.
I love you,
Demi
Conan.
Moore. I love you, Conan. I love you. I watched The Substance last night.
How did you like it? Did you like it?
I liked it. It's not my favorite. I think you were right. You were right to say that I wouldn't love it, but I definitely don't hate it.
You appreciate what it is.
I appreciated what was going on, but I was like, okay, Slay Mama.
Not up my. I had that. Yeah, I had that thought.
At like 9 p.m. and I was like, I feel ill.
I did
feel so ill.
I did. That same kind of idea where I finished it at like 9 a.m. and I was like, "Good morning, let's finish the substance." I was like, "Okay, this is not gonna be May's favorite." I can tell already.
Good movie wasn't my vibe. A little bit too much body horror for me.
Mm-hmm.
Very grotesque. Anyways. Conan O'Brien makes a joke against Carla Sofia Gasson. And we salute you, sir. With her present in the room.
She was there?
She was there!
Oh my god.
She was there. After he made the joke, they, like, cut to her. And she was just looking so... she was just, like, not making a reaction at all. It was fabulous.
The fact that they cut to her is even crazier.
Incredible. Let's see. This is just more jokes that Conan's making. I love you so much, Conan O'Brien. He does a musical number called I Always Time. Beautiful. I love you. Cannot sing nor dance, but it's really beautiful and stunning. Okay, and then the first award is for Best Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture. This one goes to Kieran Culkin in A Real Pain.
Makes sense.
Very lovely. Thank you so much to Kieran Culkin. His speech was strange. I thought his speech was strange, but you know, I'll let it happen.
I did see his acceptance speech or listened or whatever. When I was on Twitter and everything, I did love the Jeremy, oh my god, Strong. I almost said Jeremy Scott for some reason. But I did love the Jeremy Strong shout out, and he's like, I love you, Jeremy Strong, so much. And I was like, ah, Succession will never die.
Never die. I know.
I mean, I haven't seen A Real Pain. I need to, because
It's on Hulu.
I know, I need to see it. But I don't know where the hatred for Kieran Culkin, like, came in during the end, but I love him, and I think he's great in everything.
I know. I love Kieran Culkin. I think we've talked about this not on pod, because truthfully this happened last week.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. The hatred for Kieran Culkin is so weird, and I get it, because, like, the Timothée Chalamet speech at the... what did he win at? The BAFTAs?
BAFTAs?
He won at the BAFTAs.
Where was he? I think it was the BAFTAs.
But I have not been keeping up with my spreadsheet. It's not filled out. So...
Employment.
I know. Employment is really hitting hard. But yeah, everyone really liked Timothée Chalamet's speech at the BAFTAs, and I was like, I agree with you, sir. Like, earnestness and sincerity, and, like, this I want to win mindset is awesome, and I think... for some reason, they took that as, like, okay, so Kieran Culkin is, like, the opposite of this.
So fuck him, right? It's like...
which is, like, okay, I don't know how you came to this conclusion, but we gotta, like, tone it down a little bit.
Right. You can have multiple mindsets, and it makes sense given both of their upbringings, like, of who they are. Like, it makes sense why Kieran Culkin is the way he is, not to like psychologically, you know, do him or whatever.
But he has had a horrible childhood as a child actor.
Yeah, like it makes sense. He's like cool.
Like they both came into this industry at like from different angles.
Yeah,
it's gonna make sense that like Timothée Chalamet is gunning for like greatness, which is awesome. And Kieran Culkin is doing this because this is what he's been doing since he was 3 years old.
Right. Like
it's
fine.
You can chill out a little bit. It's honestly better that he's so laid back.
Yeah.
Given the circumstances of his life, than like he could be so much worse.
It could be really bad. And it is
would be
not.
so bad for him.
Obviously, we
Like,
don't know him, but he seems healthy. He's in a loving family.
And we've seen what could have happened to Kieran Culkin through his brother.
Yes.
Like, we saw what happened.
Right.
And, like, love and light to Macaulay Culkin. I'm sure he's doing well now.
He's with Brenda Song?
Brenda Song.
Yeah.
Yes. Congratulations to Brenda Song's brother-in-law for his Academy Award.
That's how we should. Honestly, he'd be happy. He's all, yes, I am Brenda Song's.
But yeah, it's... Anyways, shout out to Kieran Culkin.
I love
you. Yeah. Congrats on your next 2 children, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
That was the weird part, but I was like, whatever.
Whatever, he's having fun.
I was like, if you want to do this on the Oscars stage, be my guest. I don't care. Great. Anyways, blah, 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 blah. Next award is for animated... Why do I feel like this is wrong? For animated feature, it is Flow, the movie about the animals in the flood. Did you watch this?
No. I haven't watched it. We might show it at my job. And so I think we are, I don't know, but we're trying to in any way, and the first thought in my mind was like, oh, that's gonna help sales. Like, I was like,
it's gonna help sales. It's so gonna help sales. Well, it's on, I think, HBO Max right now. I watched it a couple of weeks ago. It's not my favorite, but it's a great film.
Okay.
Like, it's very good. Like, while I was watching it, I was like, I'm not super vibing with this, but I think that this is kind of like genius filmmaking.
Yeah, okay.
And I applaud whoever was making this. It's just like not hitting me.
That's fair.
In, like, my vibe zone, you know?
That's yeah, that's super fair. It looks stunning. I haven't.
It's gorgeous.
I have not watched any of the new films since the last Oscar episode we watched. Sake cinephile.
No. I will say, I think we're very different movie watchers, because you are more into the older movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to keep up with what's going on, because I don't like to feel left out.
That's fair. We are different movie watchers, and that's where we come together as one.
That's our joint play. Anyways, okay, moving on. Andrew Garfield, co-presented with Goldie Hawn. They presented...
Sorry.
What?
Katya was, the drag queen, was live.
Yes, I know.
Okay, well, for the audience, I don't fucking know. From Trixie and Katya.
If you are listening to our podcast and you don't know who Katya is, then fucking educate yourself.
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
She was live streaming the entire thing. Not live streaming, live tweeting. And
yes.
Here's a tweet. I'll put it up on the screen. It's so funny. It was a tweet of the Andrew Garfield and Goldie Hawn, and it just said "Baby Girl number 2."
Yes.
So good. I love you.
Incredible. Anyway, so those two, they announced Flow for anime feature, but they also announced animated short, which was In the Shadow of the Cypress. Do I have any? Is there any? Okay, no, New York Times is not giving me any information on The Shadow of the Cypress, which is awesome.
We'll look up right now.
I'll look it up right now. I do want everyone to know that this article from the New York Times that I'm reading isn't an article. It's just a series of live tweets from the culture reporters, the movie critics employed at the New York Times. So, yeah,
Great.
This isn't awesome journalism.
I was going to say,
but
world-renowned journalism happening.
I respect it nevertheless. Also, Nick Offerman is narrating the show.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was listening and I was like, is that Nick Offerman?
That is Nick Offerman. He did a great job.
Love
I
it.
salute you, sir.
Thank you, Nick Offerman. In the Shadow of the Cypress by I'm so sorry to the directors. Hossein Moleami and Shirin Sohani. It is about a former captain suffering from PTSD, lives with his daughter in a humble house located by the sea. Together they live in an isolated life and have to confront the challenges of a harsh life. Despite the captain's deep desire to be a devoted and caring father, he finds himself unable to fulfill his role and connect with his daughter in the way that he longs to. One morning, their lives change forever when an unforeseen event occurs. Whether this event proves to be a newfound source of hope or an additional burden remains to be seen.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember this film. I remember this winning now because I scrolled to the right place in the article. I didn't scroll far enough, so that was a user error on my part. But also, they did not label which tweet was for which film. How was I supposed to know this?
Well, that is true.
Yeah, so the filmmakers, it's an Iranian film. The two people who came to accept the award, they're from Iran, obviously. They landed in Los Angeles 3 hours prior to the show starting.
Now that's crazy.
And they almost weren't able to come because they didn't get their travel visas until yesterday.
That is crazy. So, like, what the fuck?
It's amazing that they made it in the first place. They barely got through their speech. They were so flustered, but it was very charming.
Aww.
And they weren't urged off the stage by the music. Like whoever was producing just kind of let them fumble through and try to get through their speech.
That's
it was
good.
very clear that they were exhausted from traveling.
Yeah, I would understand. They've gone through a lot, apparently.
Yeah. It's hard.
All right, well, good for them.
Yeah.
Glad they're here.
Let's see. Okay, and then they did Best Costume Design. They got, who did they get to present this? They got Bowen Yang, Elle Fanning, Lily Rose Depp, John Lithgow, and Connie Nielsen to present Best Costume Design. Bowen Yang showed up in his Shiz University uniform.
Oh!
I know, it was stunning. I love you, Bowen Yang. I love you. Anyways,
I
didn't have anything else to say.
All right!
And Wicked won for Best Costuming, which I was a little upset about, because I like Nosferatu.
Well,
I think that should be fun.
Yes.
But also, the person who won Best Costuming, Paul Tazwell, he also costumed Steven Spielberg's West Side Story. He is Oscar for Best Costume Design.
Wait, say that again. You cut out the entire time.
So, fuck me, I guess. I guess I'll go for myself. Paul Tazwell, who costumed for Wicked, costumed for Steven Spielberg's West Side Story. He is the first black man to win the Oscar for Best Costume Design. The first black woman to win for costume design was Ruth E. Carter for Black Panther in 2019.
That's crazy, but we're still getting the first, anything.
He got a standing ovation.
Well, good for him.
For this. It was quite beautiful. I love you, Paul.
Did Conclave get nominated for this?
Let me check my spreadsheet. No.
Okay.
No, wait, I looked at the wrong one. Yes, they did.
Okay.
Conclave did.
Because I saw Katya also tweeted another funny tweet that was like, guys, there doesn't need to be a costume award for Conclave. You can just look to the Vatican or something like that. And I was like, well, yes.
Look to the Vatican. They're also all wearing the same robe. Really beautiful.
Red. Cardinal.
Red. Cardinal. Really beautiful. I also watched Conclave today.
Conclave! I love Conclave. How did you think? You obviously loved it, right?
It was awesome.
It's so good. You
so good.
You go into it and you're like, well, sure, this could be fun, and then it's fucking amazing, and you're like, You were just like plucked the entire time.
Like, from the very beginning, it was so good. I was hooked. I was like, oh my god, these Cardinals got me. Catholicism is so back, guys.
No, not back.
Anyways, what were we saying?
I love you, Conclave. We'll talk more about Conclave later.
Conclave. Go check out Conclave Tumblr, because they're having a lot of fun over there, too.
Conclave Tumblr is crazy. Conclave Twitter, Pope Crave,
Conclave
goes
Twitter's
hard.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so go check that out. Anyways, Conclave did not win anything. Just to spoil, Conclave didn't win anything.
Conclave Nation.
Let's see. By the time they were an hour in, they've only handed out 4 Oscars. Very awesome.
Oh my god.
Okay, next we got the award for original screenplay. This went to Anora, Sean Baker. Cool. I did not think that Sean Baker looked like that. I don't know why. I don't look, and this isn't like a bad thing.
Did you not know what he looked like?
No idea what he looked like. For some reason, I was picturing like Bradley Cooper in A Star Is Born.
Absolutely not. Sean Baker is a nerd. He is kind of a loser.
I know that now, but I had never seen him before.
Oh my god.
So I was like, what the fuck?
That is fun.
I was like, why don't you look like Bradley Cooper in A Star Is Born?
Why don't you? It's crazy.
But anyways, yeah, so Bradley Cooper wins.
Cooper! Congrats, Bradley Cooper. You finally won something, sir. You're actually getting a post award from Maestro.
Exactly. Bradley Cooper wants to win an Oscar so badly.
And he's never going to.
He's never going to. All of the things that he makes for the Oscars are just not that good.
Guys, Maestro, not to go back, but like
that movie
sucks. It's so bad.
Half an hour when it's in black and white, beautiful, stunning, fantastic.
Should have been a short film.
Everything after that sucks ass.
The ending is he goes to the gay club, and then the movie ends. And that's it. And that's the ending of Maestro. He's like dancing at his wife fucking dies. He's an old twink or whatever, and he goes to the gay club, and then it's over.
Going to the gay club, he's snorting coke, he's fucking young twins, like, and then it ends, and I'm like, okay, so is like that how he died? Like, what is going on? It's
so crazy. I hate the first 30 is so beautiful. It is stunning.
Last year I watched Maestro, whatever the fuck you say that, before Emily did, and I told Emily, don't watch anything past the first 30 minutes, because it's not worth it. And then you were like, okay, I will not do that.
I was sorely mistaken. I should have done that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not telling you this for funsies. I'm telling you this to save your soul, babe.
So bad. No, sorry for the Maestro rant. I'm still reeling at that movie. It's so bad.
Bad movie.
You know what? That should be a Bratz episode. Rewatch Maestro.
Absolutely not. Hey, I'd rather end the podcast before you do that.
Before Maestro again. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're gonna. Anyways, congrats to Sean Baker on your win for Anora. Super cool, super rad. And then we get it did win. Congrats to Conclave for adapted screenplay.
God bless Conclave Nation. Thank God for Conclave Nation. It makes sense why it won for best adapted.
It makes sense.
Oh no, but Nickel Boy should have won.
Nickel Boy should have won.
I love Conclave, but Nickel Boy. I haven't even seen it, but I want to see Nickel Boy so badly.
I bought the book that it was based on, Nickel Boys.
I heard it's really good. Nickel Boys, right? Singular?
I had to look. It's plural boys.
Okay.
It's plural boys.
It
Yeah,
looks
I
great.
bought the book yesterday, and
Nice.
I'm gonna read it soon because truthfully, reading the book is more accessible to me than watching the movie.
Isn't,
So
isn't that
I
crazy?
will. And you know what? Look, movies are going downhill. Literature is going downhill. At least I
Literacy?
still got literacy is going downhill. Hey, we gotta take the wins when we can take them.
Well, yes. All right.
Oh yes. But anyway, that is the only Oscar that Conclave is going to win. The Conclave, we have lost the war, and we've also lost the battle.
We've lost everything. We won the battle, but we lost the war. like, I love Conclave. Ugh. It's so good. I want to watch it with like a group of gay people. I really.
Yeah. Oh, it would fuck so hard with a group of gay people.
Oh, it would be
'Cause it's
so
just a bunch
good.
of, like gay repressed cardinals.
It's a bunch
So
of
fun.
queens that are fucking
Yeah.
like angry at each other. Oh,
So
it's so
beautiful.
good. It's so entertaining. It's so.
Yeah. It's so funny.
I love Conclave.
It's the funniest fucking movie in the world.
It's
I
so
love it.
funny. It's not supposed to be. It
It's
also.
not supposed to be funny, but just like the sheer like pageantry of Catholicism is so funny,
So
especially when you put it in like a modern context.
I it's so good. It's so good. We almost had Conclave IRL.
We almost had Conclave.
But the Pope's doing
Shout out,
fine. Shout out the
yeah, he's fine.
Pope.
Shout out to Pope Francis. I hope that you continue to live, at least through this administration.
The presidency. I hope so too. And thank you for everything, Pope Francis.
Thank you, Pope Francis. I hope that your health flourishes. Anyways, okay. Okay. The Academy Award for Makeup and Hairstyling goes to The Substance. Excellent choice. No notes there. Good choice.
Exactly.
I did have a lot of fear in my heart that it would go to Wicked, like we've talked about
Oh,
before. I just like they were gonna give it to Wicked because they
They-
painted her green.
they made her green.
Because they made her green, and
No.
I feel like, well, because the Academy voting body is so stupid
Oh my god, don't even
that they
get me
would give it.
started on the tweets that come out with from like Hollywood Reporter and Variety about like them interviewing anonymous reporters at kill just shoot me in the head. Like it's
I know.
easier for me to do
Yeah.
that instead of reading some of your things. What do you mean you can't
Yeah.
watch all the movies? Don't be a fucking Oscars voter then.
Yeah. You can't. Yes, you can watch the movies. They make it so easy for them.
Yeah.
They put it all on one streaming service exclusively for them.
It's literally us, the common people, are fighting tooth
Common
and nail to watch damn movies, and we
Yeah,
still
it's
watch
like
more. Like it's so
just
fucking
that you don't like your
movies.
profession.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't like fucking movies. What's the point of like having like the largest international body of Academy voters in history and then like the most diverse if no one's gonna do their fucking job?
exactly. Put in the fucking work. Like
Yeah, like put in the fucking work.
it's not hard. I'm sorry, it's not difficult to watch a
It's not
movie.
hard.
Like
I know. Every single day I think about that one Kirsten Dunst quote where she's like, "Of course I've watched all of the movies. I'm an Academy voter."
and
And it's
that's
like, yeah,
my
that's correct.
my queen.
My
That's why
queen.
we love you,
My
Kirsten Dunst.
Oh, I've been saying Kristen. I'm sorry, Kirsten. Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten?
I'm sorry.
Kirsten?
I think it's Kirsten.
Mrs. Dunst.
Miss Dunst. And your husband Jesse Plemons. I hope you guys are doing well.
That is true.
True. I know. Okay, anyways, let's see. And then there's a long extended James Bond tribute. It is 10 minutes, truthfully. It starts with a speech, and then it goes into a dance number, starring Margaret Qualley as a Bond girl. I thought that this was going to be their way of announcing the next James Bond. It wasn't.
It was just, is it
It was
having an anniversary? Is like the original James
no,
Bond? No? Okay.
nothing. It was just as far as I could tell, it was just an extended James Bond tribute because Amazon had acquired the rights to James Bond franchise.
That's
So
interesting.
now the James Bond franchise is going down the gutter.
And Daniel Craig is laughing.
I think this is. Why did we spend so long on this?
Why? I will say Margaret Qualley as a Bond girl would go hard, but like,
Oh, it would be so good. I thought that this was an announcement that she was going to be in the next James Bond movie.
that
I was
makes
like, oh my god, this is going to just slay.
that'd be
It
so
wasn't.
good, and then it wasn't. That's
No,
crazy. I thought it was just because it was like there was an anniversary coming up or
no,
something. Why
it was
didn't they?
nothing.
Well, they announced it later. They announced the Academy Museum what they're doing later, but like they didn't do one for like Jaws or something like any.
No,
There are some major anniversaries this year.
yeah. Well, I was watching one of my favorite podcasts, the Big Picture podcast. They were doing a live stream pre um Oscars showing, and they were just like answering some questions from like fans or whatever. And at some point they talked about how like this year's Oscars was produced by like people who have never produced the Oscars before. Like a group, But like, and I think that they've produced like other award shows like the Grammys, but they've never done the Oscars before. And I think if I remember correctly, and if this information is correct at all, um, it was like a completely new group of producers for the Oscars. So I feel like that's why a lot of choices that were made because they were taking swings, and I appreciate that they were taking swings, but we didn't need a 10-minute long tribute to James Bond. That
No.
also included there was Margaret Qualley dancing, and then there were 3 songs sung in full. There Doja Cat sang one of the songs.
Oh, that's why they were there.
Lisa, I think she's a K-pop idol, but I don't know. I'm sorry
Sort
to
of
all the K-pop fans.
K-poppers.
And then there was one other girl who sang that one Adele song from that one James Bond movie, but I don't remember. And I also don't think that
Skyfall.
much, much love and light to her. I don't think she was very good at covering that song, mainly because it's an Adele song and it's very hard to cover an Adele song
That's fair.
and you're not Adele.
You're not Adele.
You're not. But yeah, so that was the 10-minute long
That's too
James
long.
Bond tribute.
That's too
Too
long.
long. It's
And
it,
for
it was
nothing.
so
Not to like
and for nothing.
not to be like we needed and we need something out of it. Obviously you could have it for whatever, but like for nothing. Like
Just for nothing. Like I get it, like we're appreciating film history and James Bond is like a huge part of like the film industry or
Right.
whatever, but like why
For
are
nothing.
we singling out James Bond as this one thing that deserves a 10-minute long tribute,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
It was
That's
anyways,
crazy.
I'm glad Margaret Qualley got to be a Bond girl for a bit.
I hope she
She looked hot and
continues. That'd be crazy.
Jack Antonoff, can you fight?
Was
I
he
will
here?
be behind your. He was not there, unfortunately.
Marriage is falling apart. I will step in.
Yeah, but Jack Antonoff, I will be behind your apartment, and I will be ready to fight
Do
you.
you think he lives in an apartment? Do you...
He seems like the guy who would live in an apartment.
He's still like, hey guys.
Yes.
Why everyone sounds like I mean he kinda looks like her.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Beautiful. Okay, that's more. Okay, best editing goes to Honora.
Now that's interesting. That
But who were the other nominees for editing? The other nominees
Substance.
were
The Substance.
Conclave, The Brutalist, Amelia Perez,
No.
and Wicked. No, is this the right one? Yes.
Oh, The Substance wasn't even nominated? It should have been. That had
That's
fucking incredible editing.
nominated. Yes. I had voted for Conclave. So I was like, Conclave.
Conclave. I made myself laugh. It's a conclave. Dude, that's good. Route.
That's good. That's really good.
That's good. Good job, Em. That was a good joke. Conan O'Brien. It's coming around. Conan, if you have another late night show, I'm here.
Okay. But yeah, Honora won. Congrats to Sean Baker on your second Oscar, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
Sure. Why not? Why not? Why the hell not?
Why the hell not? I mean, like, it's better than Amelia Perez winning.
Well, obviously.
Everything is better than Amelia Perez winning. It's better than Wicked winning.
I literally feel like that one Star Wars like quote that's like, I don't want anyone to win, but I want Amelia Perez to lose. Like, that's literally how I felt tonight.
I don't know. Like, I'm still of the belief that I like Honora.
I thought you were gonna say Amelia Perez. I was like, where did this come from?
I'm proud to say that I have never watched Amelia Perez, and I never will.
I'm proud to say I never finished Amelia Perez. I got an hour in, and I went good enough.
Okay, yeah, but like, okay, I'm still of the belief that I like Honora.
Look at how cute Kieran Culkin is.
And from Letterboxd.
Thank you, Letterboxd Nation.
I still like Honora as a movie. Do I think that it should have gotten best editing? Maybe not. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
But, you know, it's not like the worst edited movie. Definitely could be shorter.
Well, yes. Well, yes.
And that's obvious, but it's not the worst. Anyways, moving on. Okay, let's see. Where we gotta like start. These updates are so awesome. Okay, I hate you, New York Times. It's fine. Okay, Best Supporting Actress goes to Zoe Saldana for Amelia Perez. Awful. I'm glad that Zoe Saldana won an Oscar.
Well,
She's a great actress. She's a phenomenal actress. This is a long overdue award. I think it just sucks that it's for Amelia Perez. And that, yeah. That's the end of that.
She is in the hour I watched. She is the best part, but I don't understand why she is the supporting actress when it's very clear she is one of the main ones. Like,
yeah, and again, I do think that that's like an example of category fraud. Like,
yes.
They knew she wasn't gonna win in lead actress, and I think that they kind of knew that she was their only chance at winning anything because she is like a big name.
Yes,
she's a big name actress. She's a critically acclaimed, lauded actress. Mm-hmm. They were like, we can get something with her, but you know, her speech was really good. I really liked her speech.
What did it say? What did she say?
She was very emotional. She thanked her family, obviously. She talked about how her grandparents immigrated from the Dominican Republic. She's the first woman of Dominican descent to win an Oscar.
Oh, okay. That's good.
And you know, it was just a very nice speech, and I liked it. And I was like, congratulations to you.
Nice. Okay. Well, Amelia Perez sucks. Obviously, movie, but like, okay.
Whatever.
I wish Isabella Rossellini won, or Monica Barbaro. There we go. For Joan Baez, but
whatever. I wish Felicity Jones had won for The Brutalist.
The Brutalist.
very great. You haven't watched that yet, right?
No. It's okay.
Man.
Fix it about, fix it about.
Fix it.
It's hard!
Okay, let's see. Oh, very fun. Apparently, why? Why did we do this? I don't want to talk about that. That's okay.
Okay.
No, well, apparently Halle Berry,
And Adrian
and
Brody.
Adrian Brody recreated their Oscars kiss. I didn't know this had happened in the first place.
I saw the clip.
So,
And I was like, well,
yeah.
no, but...
Anyways, and we'll talk more about him in a bit.
The man!
That man. Anyways, okay. And then Ben Stiller announced the award for production design. This was a very good bit. It was very funny because he comes from beneath the stage, but the lift that's lifting him up onto the stage only stops like midway through.
Is good. That is a good bit.
Exactly. It's a very good bit. Awesome. I love you, Ben Stiller. Very funny. He was tweeting about the Knicks
I saw
during
that.
the award ceremony. Awesome. I love you so much. But yeah, Wicked won Best Production Design.
That makes sense. Honestly.
And this is okay. This is fine.
This is
we
fine.
said before we wouldn't be upset with any of the winners for production design because honestly they were all pretty good.
Yeah. All of them were good. They made shiz and they made the world and everything. It just shot terribly, so. But that's not the fault of them. They did a good job.
Yeah. I think that every part of Wicked was made well except for the directing. The cinematography.
And God bless, he wasn't nominated. So, thank God.
Didn't he win an award for Best Director?
Yeah, was that the BAFTAs?
No, I don't think that was the BAFTAs, but it was something else.
I know he won something.
He won one. And I was like, it's astounding that you were nominated in the first place, but whatever, I guess. Okay. Oh, Mick Jagger.
What? He was here?
Yeah.
He's alive?
Jagger is very much alive. He's not gonna die anytime soon.
Well, knock on wood. You don't know that.
Well, if you look at Mick Jagger, he looks like a guy who is just still gonna be kicking in the next 50 years. He looks so healthy for like an 80-year-old. Like he's young and spry.
I was literally on the way to work today. It was early in the morning, and sometimes I get like phrases stuck in my head, especially that early in the morning. And I had the phrase, people are dying that ain't ever died before, stuck in my head. And I was like, and that was where I came from. People are dying that ain't ever died before. I love that tweet. It's so funny.
Really beautiful. But yeah, Mick Jagger... Oh no, my screen. Okay. Mick Jagger presented the Oscar for Best Original Song. That went to Emilia Perez.
We knew there had to be a loss. We knew it was going not like well, but like standard. It was fine.
It gets worse.
Okay.
The people the songwriters who went up to accept the award, they sang the song during the speech.
You're not supposed to do that.
During the song.
They should have gotten the shepherd's hook and like take them off, yank them off stage.
That's what we need to do instead of just like playing people off.
And then there's and with a rim shot as well. Like, I would appreciate that. Okay. That is not good. Don't do that.
Don't do that. It's really stupid.
Also,
did you see that on Twitter? People are now discovering that Coleman Domingo is married.
I saw someone didn't know he was gay, and I was like, guys, like, where have you been?
First of all, that's obvious. Hey, that's a gay man.
No straight man dresses that well. I'm sorry, not to stereotype, obviously, but like...
Yeah. No straight man has, dare I say, not that much empathy.
Oh my god.
Kindness.
Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger. Look at him. He looks young and spry. So healthy.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, no one is
Look,
as kind and as talented. Oh,
and you know
Conan
what?
Domingo.
He will be getting his Oscar next year. Do I know what he's in? Nope.
No, but in
We'll be getting
here,
his Oscar.
I already have it planned.
Okay. Let's see. And then documentary short went to The Only Girl in the Orchestra.
Aw, that one. I heard that's a cute one.
Yes, I could hear that. Documentary feature went to No Other Land,
God
which
bless.
is the documentary film about the Palestinian genocide, which is awesome. No Other Land still does not have U.S. distribution.
Yeah.
But it won an Academy Award in a room full of Zionists.
Yes, people did not stand, I heard, or like some people,
No.
which is fucking crazy. I'm not crazy. People are dumb, but like
No,
awful.
people
But
are- like Hollywood is openly Zionist
open
because they love genocide.
Yes.
But yeah, the producers also called out the United States for funding the genocide. So
Yep.
it was an awesome win. I love it very much. I'd love to see it.
I'd love to see it.
I'd love to watch it.
I'd love to see it.
Love to watch it. I need to relearn how to pirate movies. I once knew how, but I've since forgotten the ways of my ancestors.
The art form of pirating a film.
Yeah.
I
used to do it all the time.
I'm so scared to pirate films because my computer is now is like okay again, and I'm worried if I do that it won't be.
Yeah. Your computer's like ancient.
My computer? No, it's only a couple years old.
Feels ancient.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. Anyways, moving on. Shout out to the filmmakers of No Other Land. I love you.
Thank you. I'm hoping one day to see your movie.
I would love to see your movie.
I cannot.
I'd love to see your movie. Oh, okay. According to New York Times Twitter live updates, I'm just gonna read this tweet word for word. Carla Sofia Gasson walked out to the bar to get a drink, surrounded by a phalanx, whatever, of people. It's Greek, including her daughter, her agent, a concerned publicist from Netflix, and private security. She was.
I love concerned publicist.
Oh, there's more. She was kissed by Adrian Brody, who chatted with her.
Ooh.
And when approached by a Times reporter, Gasson was jovial and interested in chatting, blah, blah, blah. But before she could get out any answer, the Netflix publicist shut down any more conversation and moved the reporter away from Gasson, later saying, "I hope you understand." Gasson fetched her drink, winked, and blew a kiss before being whisked away. They are keeping such a tight leash on her.
Well, yes. So, like, she's a horrible person.
Obviously.
Every minority has been ridiculed by her.
Think of a minority, she's tweeted about them, about how much she wishes they were dead.
Think of
any minority.
Think of a minority.
Including her own, by the way.
Yeah! It's so fucking crazy. I love a concerned publicist. Yeah, that publicist is stressed the fuck out. They're like, I am not getting paid enough for this.
I would hate to be her publicist.
I'd quit. I'd be like, fuck that.
I'd quit. Okay. And then, before announcing the nominees for Best Sound, Conan O'Brien brings out the LA County firefighters.
This is where I came in, by the way.
Yes. Yes, and they came out to tell some jokes. Do they tell me what jokes they told? No, they do not. But they told some jokes.
They made a joke about, they were like, we're sorry to, our hearts go out to everyone who lost their homes in the fires, especially lost their homes, especially the producers of Joker 2.
Oh yes, that was funny.
That's what I remember.
That was a good one. And then everyone was appalled by that joke, and I was like, it's funny. Ah, okay.
Ah! Ha, ha, ha.
And then Miley Cyrus and Miles Teller came out to announce the winner for Best Sound, and that was Dune 2.
Dune, 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 dune,
Yeah.
dune.
Dune 5, we've won the battle.
I've never. I'm sorry, I'm not Dune headed. I've
But
not
we will
watched
lose the
Dune.
war. It's okay. I don't think you would like Dune.
I could.
I don't think you would.
I want to watch with my dad. I feel like he would.
It's a dad movie.
And you're a father.
And I am a father. I feel like in my soul,
A father.
I am a father.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Anyways, and then visual effects also went to Dune 2. These are the only awards that Dune 2 will win. But I'm here anyways.
At least I won something. Listen, I was not holding out hope.
No, I was so frightened that they would give it to fucking Wicked. I was so frightened. They didn't, so it's really beautiful. And you know what? We will be back for Dune 3.
Visual.
Anyways,
Oh my god, visual effects win for Wicked would go crazy. For the ending scene specifically.
I would kill myself. I hate Wicked. Okay, live action short goes to I'm Not a Robot. Don't know what that's about, but
Congrats, guys.
Let's see. Sterling K. Brown and Ana de Armas presented live action short film, and that was
I'm not a
robot.
Yeah.
These tweets are so out of order. Jesus Christ.
I was like, well, yes, we established this. We can move on now.
If some of my recapping is out of order, it's because the tweets that I'm reading from are out of order. It's not my fault. Okay. And then en route to the In Memoriam segment, which sucked, by the way.
We'll get into it.
That later. Talk about that. Morgan Freeman comes out to give a special tribute to Gene Hackman, who, you know, he was co-star, but they were also friends. Very beautiful speech. I did have a sudden fear in my heart that Morgan Freeman too would die soon.
I also had that fear. I was like, oh, he's old.
I was like, Morgan, no.
It's like I realized, yeah, I also realized in that moment, I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck, he's old.
He's an old man. He got emotional during it. I was like, oh, Morgan.
Really emotional. And I also got emotional for him. I was like, oh, Jesus, all of our great guys are gonna die soon.
Dude, I also thought, what if when Al Pacino and like Robert De Niro die? I was like,
I was thinking.
I was like, oh, fuck.
We're not gonna have Bobby De Niro anymore.
Because we're getting to the point where, not to like separate them by the decades, but like we're getting to the point where the people that were famous and like that started their careers in the 70s and everything during that time, they're, you know, they're kicking the bucket. Like, it's not going well.
Now, if you were a star in the 60s and the 70s, I hope you're ready.
TikTok, bitch. It's about to happen.
Bitch. It's coming for you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, emotional, and then we went into the In Memoriam segment.
And let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it, because it was a bad In Memoriam.
Let's talk about one thing first. The song they chose for the In Memoriam.
Yeah, what song was that?
It's an evil song. There was evil in it.
Okay. It was evil in it.
I don't remember the name, but it's a very famous song. It's a very operatic song, but it feels it feels evil. Like, no.
I'm Googling it. So that's just like.
I'll keep talking. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I found it. They used Lacrimosa.
It's in a lot of movies.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. It is, okay.
Hello?
giving me a couple of different answers, but the big answer that they're giving me is it is Requiem in D minor by Mozart.
Okay.
Which is an evil song.
Evil. It's evil. Like, there was evil in this In Memoriam. And I was...
Yeah, there was evil.
And
It was not the best song.
No.
I don't.
They should have just done, like, a sad, like, guitar or something. Like...
Wow.
A
Bob Dylan song or something.
Yeah. Yeah, why not a Bob Dylan song? Like a sad Bob Dylan song. Like,
Yeah.
how does it feel? If they did that, I'd be like, oh.
Go on stage and play a Bob Dylan song.
That would honestly, that would have got hard. I would have been like, yes. How does it feel? But I was bracing.
It was an evil song.
I was bracing for this In Memoriam because a lot of people I love have passed.
A lot of like huge
stars have passed away last year, I mean, or in the past.
Which is a bad omen. Like we were talking about, they're gonna die soon.
No, it's we're already going through so much.
We almost need mortality at some point, but Jesus.
Gina Rollins passed away. Shelley Duvall, which they closed the curtain on her very quickly, and I was like, she's like one of the greats.
Yeah, I was like, so like, why? That feels really disrespectful.
I got worried because they saved David Lynch for like the end.
Yes.
And I was just like, are they gonna have him? And I was like, they should have done, and I know a lot of people are talking about this on like Instagram or Twitter or whatever. They should have done a segment instead of James Bond. They should have done a segment for like David Lynch or something.
Yeah.
Because of his magnitude, obviously.
His death was huge.
People are still talking about his like legacy on Twitter. They're like, man, fucking David Lynch died. And it's like, yeah.
Yeah. They also had Donald Sutherland.
Oh, yeah, Donald Sutherland. James Earl Jones. Yep.
Chris Christopherson.
Oh, yeah.
Pope, Jeff Bana, other people. Yeah, it was weird. I don't know.
Weird. It was just a weird song. And then they always do it on like a smaller screen, and it doesn't look good. Like,
it's so weird. And it's like, okay, wait. Do you have to be like a member of SAG to be in the In Memoriam? Right.
You have to be a member
or
of,
like in some field?
Yeah, you have to be a member of the. I think you have to be a member of the like the main ones. You know.
Okay. Okay, because I was watching it and I was like, I wonder if they're gonna put what's her name? The actress that just died. Michelle Trachtenberg from
from Gossip Girl. I mean, I don't know.
I was wondering if they were on, but I was like, I don't know how they choose who is in the In Memoriam, because obviously like way more people die than this.
Right, of course. I'm assuming it's based on, which is terrible, but I'm assuming it's based on, like, legacy.
Probably. Or, like, maybe, like, credits or something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because for some of the people they showed, especially for, like, those who weren't actors or directors, they just showed, like, the biggest projects that they ever worked on.
Like the publicist one that was like had Shrek in the background. I was like, okay. Well, yes.
The big credited Shrek, yeah. Or like the casting director who did, was it like Star Wars or something?
Yeah, the Star Wars casting.
I don't know. It was, In Memoriam felt really weird.
It was that song. It was just so bad. And I was just like, girl.
Mm-hmm. I will say, In Memoriam always kind of feels weird.
Yeah.
Every year. It's because it's like, it's always such like a difficult, I feel like it's a difficult thing to like put into a ceremony that's supposed to like.
Well, of course. And.
Be lively, you know?
And you're being equal, and there's so many people that you need to, respect
Yeah.
and everything. And they're never gonna do it right, but it's not. I don't know. Yeah, it's just a weird thing.
This one was just weirder than
Weird.
usual.
Yeah.
But yeah, they definitely didn't. I don't know. I feel like they could have spent a little bit more time on like David Lynch.
Yes.
Or, like, and like I get it. Like maybe we want to be equal, but like David Lynch was a titan in filmmaking. Like he changed the game.
He changed the. Yeah. He changed.
I
Yeah.
feel like
I don't know.
there should be a tribute to James Lynch, not James Lynch.
James.
David Lynch instead of James Bond. That's what I was getting at.
My good man, James Lynch.
Exactly.
Peepaw. Peepaw down. Peepaw down.
Alright, Peepaw. Okay. Moving on from that sad moment. Best cinematography goes to The Brutalist. Congrats to The Brutalist.
Not to like.
It's
not to disrespect the man's name, but his name is LOL. Like,
yeah,
that's crazy.
It's a yeah.
My name was LOL.
I mean, okay.
Good job.
Yeah, good job. That's all I have to say. International feature went to Brazil for I'm Still Here.
Good job, Brazil.
I thought they would get this since they definitely weren't getting Best Picture, but
thank God Amelia Perez didn't win.
thank God Amelia Perez didn't win. Okay. And then let's see. It's going. Okay, original score went to The Brutalist.
Okay.
Makes sense. Good score.
Good
Awesome.
Score.
Fab.
Very bald man. Bald man.
Very bald man.
He kind of looked like the guy from Anora. Like.
Yes. Yes. Equally as bald.
Bald people.
I'm sorry, guys. These tweets are so confusing. This is not how we should be doing journalism.
This is not journalism.
Yeah, like we should not be live tweeting in exchange for journalism. Okay, Oprah is there.
Oh yeah.
Oprah and Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi's dress was crazy. It was like rubber. It was like.
I loved it.
It's crazy. It's good.
Awesome. Yeah, they were on stage for a tribute to Quincy Jones, who was a 7-time Oscar nominee, as a soundtrack composer.
Makes sense.
And then Queen Latifah performed a song from The Wiz.
The Wiz. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
And it was fun. Ariana
the Academy
Grande.
wanted Wicked to win so badly. You can tell.
Oh, 100.
They wanted Wicked to win so badly. It got nothing.
It got
It's so funny.
They had so much set up for Wicked to be like this big winner, and then 0 wins. Well, not 0 wins. Production design and costuming.
We know that it won one thing, but
Two
still.
things.
Or it won 2 things. But still. They were like, Wicked is going to get Best Picture. Hey, babe, it was never going to get
It
Best
was
Picture.
never gonna win Best Picture. It was
Going to get Best Picture.
It was a little crazy. It was nominated. It's not totally crazy, but it was a little crazy.
If Wicked Part 2, which is called Wicked for Good, bad title, by the way,
Nope.
if that wins Best Picture, I'ma kill somebody. That's a joke. I won't kill people. Legal reasons, that's a joke.
Who would you kill?
John Chu.
That's fair. You know what? That's valid. Maybe he'll get better at directing in the next. If Wicked Part 2 comes out and the directing's phenomenal, honestly, I'd be like, wow, the progress.
Girl, they filmed it at the same time. There's no way it got any better.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's done. The movie is coming out this year, I think.
Oh, that's right.
It's done.
Well, damn. Alright.
Anyways, can't wait to watch the next 3 hours of this 2-hour-long musical.
Both parts. Full thing, 2 hours. And it is now elongated to like 6. Like,
this is now a 6-hour musical.
ah.
Not normal. Anyways, thank you to Queen Latifah. Nobody was standing up during Queen Latifah's performance. The only person that was standing up was Coleman Domingo, Cynthia Erivo, and Ariana Grande.
Yeah, that was it.
That was it.
Those the only people that knew The Wiz. They should have.
Okay, and now we're getting to the not fun parts of the show. Okay, and then for Best Actor, they picked Adrian Brody.
Oh, tomato! Get the fuck out, Adrian Brody. Listen.
First of all, I will say Adrian Brody, good actor.
Yeah, that's a hard part.
Unfortunately, he's a good actor, but also he is a vocal supporter of Roman Polanski. He allegedly used AI to enhance his accent for the film.
Adrian Brody, you do not... the proud nation of Hungary does not back you.
No. It's so... And, like, he's already won an Oscar, which is, like, okay, awesome to that anonymous Academy Award voter who didn't vote for Ralph Fiennes because they were like, he's already won an Oscar. He didn't, actually, but Adrian Brody has.
When I catch the Academy voters, bad things are gonna happen.
Why didn't they just Google that?
Why?
Hey guys.
They made a guess.
Hey guys, wait. It astounds me how many people forget that Google is free. That they can Google things for free.
No.
It's astounding.
They're not allowed. They lock the Academy voters in a booth, and they say, learn.
Like, we don't always need to, like, get information from, like, the Dome, you know? It's...
The Dome! And then, let's talk about this speech as well.
Oh, my God!
This 9-hour speech he went on!
They tried to play him off twice, and he said, no, don't play me off, I've done this before. Motherfucker.
Which is a dick move, considering other people got played off.
Yeah.
And then he was just like rambling on, and I was like, oh my God, finish this. Get it over.
The first half he was talking about how, like, this craft is so difficult and how he's been, like, working at it for a long time. And it's like, no, we know that you've been working at it for a long time. You won this exact same award.
You won for the pianist. Like, dude, we know who you are. Like,
yeah, we know that you're a good actor. You don't need to, like, tell us how hard you've worked to become a good actor. We know this already.
Yes. Like, but fucking hell, man. Like, oh.
Like, I get it. It's, like, a big deal to, like, win an Oscar, whatever. Everyone wants to win an Oscar, even if no one's saying. But, like, first of all, it's fine to be proud of yourself, but we also need to have... Like,
I like how many, like, qualifiers you're having for this. You're like, now hold on.
I'm just like Adrian Brody.
And I just understand that love and peace and light.
I know. Like, we have to have humility here.
But, like, get the fuck off the stage.
Off the stage. We have to finish the show. This was supposed to end half an hour ago.
Your tweet, by the way, not tweet, your text, it was so funny to me. When he won and everything, we texted each other like, oh fuck, like, tomato, like, we hate you, you know, blah blah blah. And then she texted, Timothy Chalamet is gonna kill himself live on TV. Timothy, honestly, I wish Timothy won. Like, I do.
I don't know if this is true. I think Timothy left after that.
I hope so. That'd be so fucking funny. Like,
because
good for him.
For anyone who doesn't know, Timothy Chalamet was wearing a bright-ass yellow suit. It was yellow. You could see him in like the overhead shots, right? In the overhead shot, like after Adrian Brody left the stage, there was no yellow suit. I could not see it.
That is,
and he's like in the front too, so I was looking like in the front. He wasn't there.
that is crazy.
So which is awesome for him because I wish he won. I was really rooting for him. He was on all of my ballots. I was like, this is Timothée Chalamet's year.
It will never be his year. It's gonna be a Leo DiCaprio situation. He's gonna get it when he's like.
It sucks because The Revenant was like an okay movie.
Yeah, and that's what they're gonna nominate. That's what they're gonna award him for like Call Me by Your Name Part 2 or some shit. Like I don't know. It was for me. It was either Timothée Chalamet or I haven't seen Sing Sing, but I just want Coleman Domingo to win. Like I just need him to get something.
And Coleman Domingo will be winning next year for Best Actor, and then the year after that it will be Timothée Chalamet for Dune Part 3.
Do you think he's gonna get? He'll get and I hope he gets nominated for. He has to. They're gonna give Dune 3 a bunch of awards. Like.
Oh, 100%.
They're gonna get a bunch of awards once it's over.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know if, like, I can say that Timothy would win for Dune 3, simply because I don't know what movies are coming out.
Oh, right. Call Me by Your Name Part 2.
Call Me by Your Name Part 2, which is based on the book.
Oh, yeah, there is a Call Me by Your Name. I was just making up lore. I was just...
But it's about his dad instead of Timothée Chalamet's character.
Oh, that's not... Listen, love Dad, but why?
I don't know. I haven't read it, but anyways, I don't plan on reading it because...
No, God, no. Why? Yeah,
Coleman Domingo, Timothée Chalamet the year after that.
I'm with it. I'm fine with that.
And that's all I need. Anyways, Adrian Brody, fuck you. I hate you. I hope you die. I'm kidding.
Adrian Brody, you're a great actor, and I can't even deny that. You're, like, I love you in Darjeeling Limited, but, my God, you kind of suck as a person. Like...
I know. Unfortunately, you're a great actor.
Yeah.
Has Adrian Brody appeared on Succession?
He may have. That feels familiar.
This tweet, again, Twitter is not journalism. This tweet says, with Oscar wins for Kieran Culkin and now Adrian Brody, this is a big night for people who've appeared on Succession.
Let me see. Succession, Adrian Brody. Sorry, Jeremy Strong. He was in Lion of the Meadow. He was in the 4th episode of the 3rd season.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. He's when they go to the he's talking to the dad and they're like they're out in the wilderness. Remember this?
I'm gonna be so real. I love Succession. I have watched all of Succession. One of my favorite shows. I do not remember anything that happened in Succession.
I just know the dynamics. I remember that. I remember now that's yes, he is. He wasn't. I mean, that's confirmed.
Succession is just a blur to me.
That's fair. That's so valid.
Okay. Best director goes to Sean Baker for Anora. Cool.
Listen, he gives good speeches about, like, supporting independent cinema and independent movie theaters and blah, 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 and, like, obviously champion for film, whatever. But I don't know. Like, I don't think he should have won.
I just think that I would have liked to see another film other than Anora win.
I don't think he's a good guy. I don't think his heart is in the right place. I think his heart is in the right place for film, but I don't think for sex work it is.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, again, I don't know this guy.
That's fair. All of his films have sex workers in them, and I was talking about this with my internet friends. We feel that, and this is for lack of a better term, but we feel that he kind of, like, gets off on it talking about sex workers.
Yeah.
And so,
no, 100%.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that, like, obviously, again, hey, I don't know Sean Baker.
Oh, yes, I don't know this guy.
We gotta caveat that. he definitely does have some sort of like perverted fantasy
Yeah.
about sex. But I do think that his attention to them and presenting them as multifaceted people is
Yes.
very interesting, and I applaud that. But also, I don't think I need to be seeing your sex dreams.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And listen, one of my favorite films, by the way, is The Florida Project. I think that's a phenomenal movie. Like,
Great movie.
I don't know. Oh, I wish someone else won. Who else? I don't know.
The other nominees for Best Director were Brady Corbet for The Brutalist, Jacques Audiard for Emilia Perez,
Oh my god.
for The Substance, and James Mangold for A Complete Unknown.
I wish Corley won. I wish The Substance won for that. I think it's
It was good.
great directed film. I think it's so inventive and everything. I love The Substance, so.
It's good. Yeah. Anyways, and then oh my God, gave such a long speech. Okay, Best Actress went to Mikey Madison for Honora.
Came out of I don't know. For me, I think she's great, but I was not like expecting her to win for this kind of.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think the entire race this year has been between her and Demi Moore, like 100%. Because like they've been like trading off and who's been winning the awards at the award ceremonies. But I was so sure that they were going to do Demi Moore just because it's like, one, she's like an established actress in the industry. She's like beloved. She gives like an all-time performance or whatever that like directly commentates on how the industry treats older women versus how they treat.
Right.
But also like the trend of the past couple of years, I think like barring last year, like the year before that, they gave it to Michelle Yeoh, who is also an older actress.
Same idea.
She's like well beloved, she's well respected, whatever. And I was like, okay, so maybe they're like starting to move away from like, you know, awarding the young ingenues the best actor, right? But it's so weird that they went for Mikey Madison. And again, like I think Mikey Madison is like phenomenal in
She's
Honora.
the best part of Honora. She's incredible in it.
It feels like okay, so we're like, you're not really, you're engaging with the context of The Substance, but you're ignoring it entirely.
It really felt for me that Demi Moore was gonna win. It was kind of like leading up to it. I was like, okay, this makes sense. And they love to do like I don't want to say a comeback story, but that's kind of what it is. It's like she's coming back and everything.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, when I saw Mikey Madison, I was like, whoa, Mikey Madison. I thought the race was always between Demi Moore and Fernanda Torres.
Oh.
I thought because I know she was winning in her circuits as well. So I don't know. I didn't. It really caught me off guard that Mikey Madison won. Really did.
Yeah. I don't know. It was weird.
It was
like,
weird.
Congrats to her.
Yeah, of course. She's great.
Yeah. But yeah, it's super weird. I feel bad for Demi Moore.
Yeah. I wish she won. Like, genuinely.
I don't think she's gonna get this opportunity again. And this isn't like a diss on, you know, her abilities and her talents or whatever, but like, I feel like this was like a once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
For her.
And they kind of fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. And that was the same thing for Fernanda Torres, and especially because her mom was the last, I think, Brazilian to win for Best Actress. So that I was like, okay, there's like, because that's what the Oscars loves to do. They love to do like a little storyline within, you know, their things.
No, nostalgia baiting, which is why I also thought they were gonna do Demi Moore.
Of course. And then, so I was just, there was a bunch of different avenues. That is kind of, I mean, that's the main, like, theme I got this season, and everyone's talked about it, is that this went everywhere. This season of awards went everywhere. Like,
It was so
there was no,
chaotic.
like, Oppenheimer, you know,
Yeah.
where Oppenheimer won everything, and you're like, okay, it's gonna win. Like, no one had any doubts. I could
Yeah,
not
like
tell the
season,
trends. Like,
the season was not predictable at all, which is exciting, but also just like really hard to figure out what is going on with like the state of the academy at this time.
exactly, because yeah, it's so, because I mean that's the somebody put this in a tweet, and I thought it was very smart.
Mm.
But it's the Oscars aren't like a reflection really of the arts, but a reflection of what the Academy wants to say right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a smart way to look at it, because it's just like they're yeah, they're trying to engage in a way that's essentially presenting themselves as something. That's essentially why I listen. It's kind of why Amelia Perez was nominated a lot. Like,
Yeah.
they're trying to be like,
Like,
look, guys, we're like liberal
yeah.
and woke, and then you're like, but you're not engaging with it's actually saying, and it's not like,
They're they don't set the trends, they're reactive.
of course, yep,
It's
and
like
yeah,
so it's yeah, I mean, the fact that there was no like clear trend of like what was going to win or what even was really going to be nominated this season is like really indicative of what's happening.
yeah, like it's indicative. I think it's again, all art is reactive to what is happening in our socio-political climate and everything. It is a response to it, and I think not to like get so deep about Oscars voting, but like it having no compass, really no one direction of where we're going, is very indicative of where our society is right now, where no one knows what the fuck is happening, where no one knows.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's a crazy season, and it makes sense. Like,
It also, but like it just makes like for a really scary year.
yes, because you don't know. Again, and I think it was especially exacerbated because we had something like last year where everyone knew Oppenheimer was gonna win. It was not even like fucking close. Like,
Yeah.
everyone, it was so set in stone, except Maestro gang, Bradley Cooper over there was like, I'm gonna win. Like, you were like, no, you're not.
Everyone was like Oppenheimer, which is the movie about how, America's part in nuclear war
War.
was worse and awful. Everyone was rallying against that, and it's like, okay, great, so we all have a consensus, but it's like,
Now it's,
where does that consensus actually
yeah.
go?
And it's all split now. Everyone's essentially scrambling is kind of the vibe. Which, yeah, it's
Yeah.
indicative of larger things.
Not to like, I don't know. I don't want to like psychoanalyze celebrities
Of
too
course.
much. Like, I don't know them, obviously, but you kind of have to wonder like how moral, like what their morality is based in,
Right.
you know? Because it's like if you have like all, I feel like because like you would go insane if like you were on red carpets and if you were on press shoots and everyone was telling you that like they love you all the time
Oh,
and like you're so cool all
100%.
your perspective of yourself and of your place in the world would be so fucking skewed. And also, like, Hollywood is such a small bubble
Mm-hmm.
that it's easy to, like, forget that there are bigger things other than you.
Of
So then you have
course.
to tend to, like, care about these big things, like the fires or Palestine or Ukraine or whatever. Like,
And
yeah, it's easy to do that for the moment when it's good for publicity, but
exactly. That's where I was gonna go into, is that your idea of like morality and everything comes from a place of others looking at you. And it's not coming
yeah.
of a place of empathy or, caring for your other man or whatever, right? It's
Yeah.
coming of, it's a publicity thing, as you said. It's coming out of that.
Because morality and empathy is supposed to come from like what you can do for other people
In
and like
here,
how you
right.
people. But when you're somebody who has assistants and pages and production assistants like
Exactly.
following you everywhere, it's like you're not helping anybody, you're being helped.
It's, and I could be wrong in what I say right now. It's kind of like how some of the smaller actors are some of the biggest activists. It's because
Yeah.
they understand I'm me. You know, there
Yeah.
is like, I have this, following, I guess, but there's bigger things around me. There's a bigger world around me and everything.
Well, I think it's also because like with how the industry works now, it's like everything is based on like your
Social media.
follower count
Yep.
and like how, and like all of your social media. It's like, yeah, if you have a smaller following, if you're a relatively smaller actor, you're still struggling in a sense. Like acting and like entertainment is like one of the most difficult
Of
industries to
course. Of course.
into it. If you do break into it, you're still going to be struggling unless you are one of these A-listers. So like it makes total sense why smaller actors, performers, entertainers would still, have this like innate sense of morality and community because like they're still a part of that community. They're
Right.
not severed away from that community and into like the A-list Hollywood sphere.
There's a
You know how
separation.
they say that Hollywood is such a small neighborhood, like everyone knows each other.
There's a separation there where it's like, okay, that's that world that I do occupy and I'm in it and everything, but I understand there's me as well. There's a bigger,
Yeah,
there's my personal bigger world, I guess, if that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry to go on a rant about a tangent about the socio-political landscape of Hollywood, but it's important.
Important. I'd love to. I this would definitely ruin a lot of people's perceptions of people. I want to know so badly who everyone in that room voted for in the
In the
election.
presidential election, oh, 100%. Uh,
I need to know so
because there has to be people that are fronting as like woke, like
bad. 100%. Like they're totally like face value liberal. I love gay people. Behind like closed doors, they're like, okay, they're gonna go to hell.
exactly. There's
Like,
so many people like that, like,
mhm.
and myself included. No.
I don't know. Super awesome. Yeah,
Anyway,
Hollywood is it's a nightmare,
hellscape.
and it's a hellscape, and it's Jesus.
But I love the movies.
The movies. Oh,
the
God.
I'm being summoned. No, the lights like flickered in my room. God. Anyway, we have one more, right?
As we went on such a long. Okay. This picture goes to Honora.
Wah, wah. Conclave Nation, I'm so sorry.
Okay, for some reason, the closer we got to the actual award ceremony, I for some reason, and this was before I watched Conclave, I was so convinced that Conclave would end up winning Best Picture. I have no
No!
idea
Oh,
why.
I love Conclave. It will never win. It won
I have
adapted
no
screenplay. That's all I needed.
absolutely. I have no idea why I had convinced myself. I don't know how I convinced myself, but
Me too.
again, I hadn't watched the movie until this morning. There was no reason for me to believe this.
Conclave is gonna win. And you know what? I think there's still time.
I think there's still time.
There
Yeah.
wha- a,
Run
com-
back count.
a complete unknown nation. I'm so Bob Dylan Nation. We're so sorry.
I am surprised that a complete unknown was completely
Shut
shut
out.
out.
No, it's so funny, but it's so
It's
bad. Like,
you know.
once
Hopefully this is a indicative of the Academy's distaste for biopics.
maybe they're getting biopic out finally.
I I sincerely doubt it,
That's true.
But yeah, it's interesting that it was completely shut out.
Because
What
it
else
really is a movie that everyone would be like, yes, complete unknown.
Maybe they just don't like Bob Dylan.
There's an underground hatred for Bob Dylan
Yeah.
in the Academy.
Maybe the Academy just doesn't like Bob Dylan.
Once
I
upon
wouldn't
a
put it-
time, you're so fine.
Anyways, okay. I have a question. This has nothing to do with the ceremony today, but it just
Okay.
popped into my head.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
The 4 Beatles biopics. Do you think that any of them are gonna get nominated?
I hope only like one of them gets nominated. I hope like the Bringo one gets nominated or something.
Oh, that would be so funny.
That'd be so funny. I hope only one of them, and then it causes a feud.
Amongst the fan base.
Yeah, I hope it happens. I honestly, I think it'd be so funny. Like
Yeah.
that yeah, it's not the ones you think that are gonna win, like the John and Paul one. Those are the ones you think might win. That's the Ringo one.
Yeah. I think Ringo would win, but I think Ringo and George would get nominated.
Oh, that'd be good.
Really good.
My kings. I hope. Yeah.
George Harrison, girl.
I love you, George Harrison. You're so funny in that You're so funny in that video where you're breaking up the Beatles and you like jump down the stairs with Giddy.
It's beautiful.
It makes me
I
laugh.
have a Pinterest board of just George Harrison photos.
What? Wait, do you want to admit that?
Yeah, I'll admit it. I have no shame.
That is so funny. My shout out to, every day I think of what you posted that my friend Lynn loves so much. That was the boy genius bumped. But they weren't like plucked. He was just like it was just like, I've never seen this before. And Lynn's a big Beatle head. Like,
Well, because I got this off of Tumblr for everyone who wants to know. I got Tumblr, but it's not on Beatles Tumblr. Like Beatles, the Beatles. It's on Lennison, which is the shit between George Harrison and John Lennon.
Why? Why were you looking? Honestly, I can't even. You know what? Mad respect. I'm gonna look later tonight.
Okay. It's really good.
Were you reading fanfic? AO3?
I was not.
Oh, you should.
I was perusing Beatles fan fictions just because I was curious. I like to peruse the fanfics in different fandoms just to see what they've got going on.
Like at a magazine stand.
And it was weird.
It was weird. Yeah.
You're breaking up, so I don't know what you're saying.
You're perusing them like a magazine stand.
Yeah, I'm perusing them like a magazine stand. But the Beatles, they've got some stuff going on.
Why does every conversation of ours eventually go back to the Beatles?
I just love them so much. And if you didn't know, I recently discovered the Beatles last year.
Do you guys know this band? They're called the Beatles.
It's like underground indie band. They're called the Beatles.
The Beatles. Just so funny.
You probably about them. Yeah.
Oh my god. Anyway, Oscars.
Sorry to Conclave. I love you. Sorry to Dune.
Oh.
Amelia Perez, I hope you die. I'm still here. I have nothing to say. I haven't watched it. Sorry to Nickel Boys. You deserved better.
It's true.
It's true. Sorry to The Substance.
You deserve.
You also. Sure.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Wicked, I laugh at you.
I love you. I tolerate you, which
Yeah.
is something. Okay. Anyways, that was the Oscars. Any last thoughts? Any last questions that we have? How do we feel about the state of cinema?
Poor, but
Okay, four.
the Oscars are bad, but everything about like indie cinema is fun. So support that. Like,
I think the cinema has always been in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
It's just the Oscars.
the Oscars suck. Like,
Because the Oscars.
but I do wish that next year they also I just keep Conan. Conan's gonna hit every time. It's gonna be good. And honestly, now give Conan back a late night show. I miss it. And then hire me as a writer. So 11-year-old Emily can be happy once again.
I see. Yes. Yes. Living that 11-year-old Emily dream.
And
The
I can say
writer on Conan.
I can say fuck you to my English teacher that told me to get a job that would pay me money.
Okay. Look at you now.
Employed.
Employed. Barely. Just employed.
I'm a baby. Goo goo gaga.
Ooh, gaga.
Yeah, okay, but I'm barely employed, but I'm fucking running that place. Like, I'm one of 3 people that run that place.
So well.
4, actually, 4 people.
Yeah.
They're asking me questions about programming. I'm like, this is crazy. Why am I
That's weird. Isn't this a place that also reopened like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, in January. In January.
Oh, yeah. Big moves for us. Okay. Cool. Oscars 2025 in the bag.
What is
You
next
will-
year in title? Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe
Probably not awesome.
maybe there'll be even an even longer James Bond sequence. Who knows?
Yeah. You know? Only time will tell.
Only time will
But
tell.
yeah, anyways, thanks for listening to this very special episode.
Mwah.
It was better than the other special episode, I think. Well, actually, it's about the same. Never mind.
Oh.
Anyways, so sorry to Emily who has to edit this afterwards.
One of my days
yeah.
off.
It's off. But you know what? At least it's on your day off.
It's true.
That's true. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Bye!
Wait, our social media handles.
Who gives a fuck? Follow us on Instagram.
They're at the
That's-
end. Just read them.
Just read them in the fucking description. You know the gist. This is the special episode, so we don't have to do all of that shit.
I'm sorry! Alright.
Episode special treatment. Get out of here.
Get out of here. Bye!